Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres, and I'm coming to you today from the Texas FFA convention in Houston, Texas. And my guest is Kylie Temple. Kylie, first off, you're coming in from Oregon. Welcome.
Thank you.
You made it.
It was a trek, but we're here. I'm super excited.
So tell me a little bit more about why you come out to the Texas FFA convention today.
Right. Well, one, Texas FFA is just astounding, from the number of members to all the opportunities provided. It's a pleasure to be from Oregon and serving as an Oregon FFA officer, but also being able to serve Texas FFA during convention. So very well known, very beloved in the FFA world. Texas is awesome.
Yeah. How did you personally get involved with FFA in general? Like, how did that start for you in Oregon?
So it kind of started with middle school me thinking I'm going to be some public speaker.
Wait, in middle school?
Yeah. Well, I did and then I was like, 8th grade Kylie, I'm going to join FFA. I'm going to do public speaking. It's going to be great. Yeah. All this professional development. My freshman year, I totally bombed that speech. Bombed it. It was horrendous. I still have PTSD from it.
I'm getting it right now hearing you talk about.
I'm like, I am never public speaking ever again. Here we are.
Lies.
But, right. But I found other opportunities. I had some really great advisors at and during my time in high school. And they're like, well, what if you try this? I'm like, okay. So eventually I just kept saying yes to things and said, yes, okay, I'll try this competition. I'll try this. And eventually all those yeses started for me to raise cattle. And I lived in town. My grandparents and my dad was raised on a ranch, but I didn't really have any connection. But here I am raising cattle and fell in love with the ag industry, and it really felt like a family and community. And so I decided to stick it out through FFA and see where ag could lead me. My senior year, I decided to run for state office for Oregon FFA. And we were elected and had a year of service, and here I am.
Yeah. What do you think the Texas FFA has done to prepare you, like, for the next phases of your life?
Right.
Oh, and I'm sorry, the Oregon FFA.
I was like, Texas FFA is awesome too. I'll go for that.
Oregon FFA in general.
FFA in general. I think it really shows that the agriculture industry is more than an industry. It's a community. And we support each other. Yeah. And there's a lot of obstacles that this industry has to face, a lot of things that we're overcoming. And it's never the same challenge over and over. It's always changing, always adapting. But as agriculturalists, we have to progress. And so FFA has really taught me the art of adapting and using your voice to support something that you love and overcoming challenges no matter what they are.
Yeah. Right. So you mentioned running for office. Right. You mentioned talk a little bit more about just your involvement, especially for those that are watching this that maybe don't know how that kind of works, because it's very structured. I mean, talk a little bit about that.
So Oregon is different from Texas. In my running for state office and my FFA experiences, every state association is a little bit different. Yeah. And so on the Oregon side, running for office, for state office, we do a series of interviews, extemporaneous speaking. We do a stakeholder engagement interview, which is how we interact with community members. A member scenario of how we would interact with members in a certain situation. And then if we make top 10 candidates, we do a 2-minute speech in front of our whole delegate body. And unlike other states, we know our slate. So from president to sentinel and the 4 at large. But that slate can be totally moved and by the delegate body. So we do our 2-minute speeches, and the delegates vote from president all the way down to sentinel. And of who they want their candidates to be. So it's very student oriented. Student voices are really shown. And that's our election process. And before that, it's a whole career within high school and for some middle school chapters of their involvement.
So one of the questions I like to get in these interviews is for the individuals, like talking to coming from you, it's different than me. So talking to like the potential other businesses, sponsors, like people that haven't been to convention and get involved. Like when I first came here, just so you know, Aaron Alejandro, the executive director for the Texas FFA, he's like, Adam, just come. And I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? Come to a convention? It's like, I don't know what this is. I don't know anything about agriculture. I don't know about this. He's like, that's not what it's about. It's about leadership. It's about seeing these amazing members in the future of our country, our future leaders. And he's like, just come. And I'm like, so I came, and now, I'm 3 years in now, and I'm already planning the booth for next year and doing more interviews and what we're going to do to make this bigger and bigger. And so that more people around the world hear about what's going on in the FFA that are even outside of, I won't say this insular community, but if they didn't have FFA in where you grew up, like myself in Michigan, then you're like, what? This exists? How did this? I didn't even know. So I want to break through so other people hear it. So getting back to the question, to the businesses, the potential sponsors, why do you feel they should be here?
Everyone who can be here should be here, because one conversation with some of these students, some of these students don't come from ag backgrounds, but one conversation, you can tell how passionate they are about their communities, that they are going to be the next generation of leaders that in all sectors of industries, not just agriculture, but businesses, sciences, communications. One, it's great great opportunities for employers to find their future employees, build connections. And my favorite part about events like this is you're going to leave inspired.
Oh, yeah.
These students, hearing their stories, knowing them, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I have hope. I'm excited for the future. And if you need a refresh, if you need to see the light at the end of the tunnel, come to an FFA event, because it's like a reset button, and you'll be able to find that new spark and passion.
Kylie, you do not know this, Kylie, but that's exactly why I come, and I tell my team. So when they're editing it, that's like that. This wasn't a setup. Like, Kylie does not know this. I met Kylie like 10 minutes ago. Okay. Like, that's exactly what I tell people. I said, that's how I like get refreshed every year. Like, there's a lot of conferences that I have to go to and I have to cover. No offense if you're watching this and like, I love all my I love everybody I cover. Love it all.
But just FFA a little bit more.
But there's the ones that I go to just because I want to and I don't have to. And this is the one that I go to because I just want to. Like, I want to connect with the members. I want to see what they're up to. I want to see the trends. And I want to just, like, sometimes in the media you hear all these things going on and you're like, then you come here and it's like, no, people are still people. Like, there's still solid individuals that are, moving forward and that care and that are, you can pick anybody out of this entire crowd of over 10,000 people and you're going to get a straight answer. Somebody's going to look you directly. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I mean, it's just etiquette, like all these other things that are taught through the process. It's not by accident.
No,
it's not by accident. Like the blue and gold, the jacket, like all of that, it matters.
Yeah. 100%. And I think Texas is awesome. I love Texas hospitality, but you'll see that nationwide. Nationwide.
I've been told that. Like, this is the only one that I've been to, but I've been told in the here we go. I do have to work, right, Kylie? Like, okay, Adam, on the road. What next convention are you? State convention. Come on, man. All of a sudden you're like,
let me plan out your tour. We'll do a whole summer of conventions.
I'm not running for anything.
I don't know.
New position, honorary media guy. Okay, thank you. Running for campaigning. Oh, can't take it.
There you
go.
Kylie,
last question for you.
Okay.
What is your favorite part about convention? Like, what's your favorite?
Just one?
Yeah. Okay. It doesn't have to be a moment apart. Like, what do you like? Like, what's your favorite part? You're gonna watch this 10 years down the line. You're gonna look back at this interview in 10 years and be like, I want to give you that time machine. What's your favorite part? You can be silent for a moment. Think about it if you want.
This is going to sound sappy, but just the people. The people, we can have the lights, we can have the big stage, we can have the dance parties, but it would not be the same if it weren't the people.
Yeah.
And just creating these relationships that are going to last a lifetime.
Yeah.
And through FFA, now we have connections in Texas, Oklahoma, Utah, all across the nation. There's this community. And so I think if I have to pick one part of convention, it's like your reunion of this community and family, and to be able to witness that someone part of your FFA family win an award and they have this huge smile on their face, or that freshman this is their very first convention and you're just watching their eyes of awe as they see that first opening ceremony. It's just a feeling of pride and that can't be replaced. It's amazing.
I love it. Yeah. Well, Kylie, I know you got a lot to do today, and I've been holding you back. I know you got a bunch to do, but thank you for coming on this show. I really enjoyed this time together. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. I hope you really enjoyed this. If you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe or follow button because we have many more interviews coming up for you. This is a daily show. Each and every day, we're bringing you new content, new inspiration for your walk and your journey in life as well. And until the next time, don't forget, hit that subscribe.